Hi beauties, welcome back to our channel. So for today's video, if you've seen by the thumbnail, we are going to be doing a Valentine's Day look slash probably a get ready with me. I'm going to do my hair on camera because I've got a lot of questions in regards to how I actually do my hair. So I thought it'd be fun to film a Valentine's Day look because we're in the month of February, the month of love, and then also just throw in doing my hair as well. It's super quick and easy. We'll do that towards the end of the video once we get done with our eye makeup. I already have the base of foundation on with the bronzer blush. I don't have any highlighter on as of yet or any eye makeup. I wanted to do that actually all on camera with you. We will be using the James Charles palette. There is a red in here that I love so much. As you can see, this palette is really well loved and really well used. This is my absolute favorite red. I have never found a red that can even come close to the red that's inside this palette. So in the off chance or the weird extreme chance that Morphe will ever see this video, if you can please make this red in a big pan or more readily available outside of the James Charles palette. It is my favorite. It stays true to red. A lot of reds that I've used in other palettes, they look very red in the pan, but as you blend and add more and take more away, it kind of gets diluted into a pinky kind of mauve-y color. So this is my absolute favorite red. That's why I chose this palette. We'll also probably be using this pink down here and play with these two colors as well. I'll walk you through all the steps. I want to go really in depth with this, especially if you are just like a beginner to it. This is a really good palette in my opinion to start with because it has such a color scheme. There's so many looks and so many colors that you can play with. I will also be using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is, I believe, the Love Me, Love Me Not lipstick bundle for my lips. I want to play with kind of like an ombre lip. I really want to go full Valentine's Day with this. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is my hair with no product in it, just directly out of the shower. Some of it is still damp. Really quickly before we start jumping into our look, I did want to mention that the giveaway winners, all your items have already shipped. I believe 2 or 3 of you have already received your items. Double check, make sure everything looks good. DM me on Twitter if you have any questions or concerns. Let me know if you got it or if you have any comments that you like to share. Guys, if you did not win, don't fret, don't be concerned. We have giveaways going on all the time. I've already started collecting things. I have the Ombre, like the PR package that I want to include into the giveaway. I have the Sabrina palette with Netflix and NYX with the 3 lipstick bundles, and then I have some Jeffree Star stuff from the Valentine's Day mystery boxes that I want to include as well. I don't know if I want to include a mystery box or just items from that. You can guys let me know, kind of like gauge me in the comments of how you feel that was well received. I know when we actually did the giveaway it was January and some of those boxes were from summer. I don't know if that's what you guys like. You know, we always want to make sure that we are doing things that actually make you guys happy, so let me know down below what your thoughts are there. Other than that, I'm sick of seeing my eyes completely bare and I want to get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this cute headband that I believe I got from Rue 21, and it is heart-shaped to pin my hair back so that it doesn't get in the way. I do already have my lids primed, so they are ready for some eyeshadow. The only thing that I'll say with the James Charles palette, and I don't know, maybe it's just the way that I'm using it, is it has a ton, and then I mean a ton of fallout. You'll see it with this look, so I am definitely going to bake under my eye to catch some of that fallout. That's a really cool, easy trick, especially if you're new to makeup. Make sure you put a lot of powder down here. Another reason why I didn't put highlight on, because I'm going to go fully under my eye and that will kind of cover up the highlighted area. So we'll do that when we get done with the eyes. So for powder, I'm going to use my absolute favorite. This is the Coty Airspun and Loose Powder in Translucent 070-24. I will be using my Tati Blendable, the little cute heart, which is super fitting for this video. I do wash these in between my makeup and I let it dry when I'm completely done, and the next day when I'm ready to do my makeup again, it is completely dry, but I did use it for my makeup today, so that's why it is a little dirty, so I apologize for that. I just put a bunch of it on my actual applicator. The Blendable, the heart-shaped one. As you can see, I'm putting a lot down. This does look a little strange. We will dust it away once we're done, but like I said, the look that I'm going to create, I already know I've done it once or twice before. I think I did it like last year and a few times this year. There was a ton of fallout, and I usually do my base after my eyes, but for the purpose of this video, I did it beforehand, so I'm making sure I'm covering every possible area that there can be fallout. And I'm looking in the viewfinder. It looks a little crazy on camera, I can already tell you that, but trust me, you'll be grateful for this step once you're done and you completed it. This look, I will tell you guys, and I say this all the time, but I will tell you, especially for this look, trust the process, don't give up, and keep going. And I apologize, this is a lot of information, but I really want to go in depth. This is something that I love doing and I want to do more of. This is my Morphe X Jeffree Star pouch that I got when he launched his collaboration with Morphe. I believe it was in the summer. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in here I have a mixture of his brushes, Jaclyn Hill brushes. These are just brushes that I use all the time, but they are all from Morphe. And I will do my very best to let you know, because I know some of them don't have names on them. Like this black one, it just says Morphe. It doesn't have an actual number, so I'll do my very best to let you know the numbers and things like that. Keep it super beauty guru professional. So let's get started. The first one that I'm going to use is the Morphe X Jeffree Star. This is in J55. Alright, so the first color that I'm going to dip into is this light pink shade. We're just going to use this to start to build the color on the eyes. Once again, I already do have primed my eyes. In case you're wondering what I did use, the P. Louise base, and I believe this is in Rumor 1. It looks like this. Again, this is something you can pick up from Morphe or P. Louise website. I'm noticing that I'm using a lot of Morphe products. It wasn't done intentionally. These are just my go-to products when I want to create this type of look. And no, I'm not sponsored. Again, we're picking up this light pink shade, and I'm starting to build in my crease. Now, I will kind of talk you guys through the process with this, but as I'm just kind of blending back and forth, I will speed that process up because I don't think you have a lot of time to watch me just sit there swiping eyeshadow, as long as you have the technique back and forth in my eye, so the video isn't super long. And using the same brush, the J55, we're going to dip into this hot pink shade. This shade, I start to stamp right here, and you can already see where it's starting to deposit on my eye. I like to stamp right here. I call this my outer V portion. It's right on the lid, but it's a little bit up in the crease, but it's lower than where we place the pink shade. I like to do that because I put the most pigment here, and then we start to slowly blend it inward, as opposed to taking all that pigment and just sticking it directly on our eyes, and then it just is harder to blend out. One area has more pigment than the other, so I like to stamp here and then slowly and softly blend it inward. I already love how this is turning out, especially with that contrast of the light pink to that really hot pink shade. I can't wait to show you guys how the red applies. I'm really excited to be playing with it again. And these colors in here, they're really well blendable, and you can blend other colors on top of it, which I really enjoy. Again, not sponsored, but this is one of my absolute favorite palettes. I feel like with this palette there was a lot of mixed reviews. Some people loved it, some people hated it. How I noticed that this is really blended out is I see where everything is nice and smooth. There isn't any harsh edges or harsh line throughout the look. And this is one that you're gonna have to go back and forth with. Okay, so just knocking off the rest of the product, I'm going to dip back into our light pink shade here. And I'm just going to go right above that hot pink shade just to further blend this out and make that smooth area on our lid. Again, so there isn't any harsh lines and everything looks really well blended together. So next I'm going to pick up the JS12. It's kind of like a smaller taper brush because I really want to put that red shade in a specific place and not so blown up as the two pink shades are. I just want to show you me swatching this red shade in the pan. There is a lot of kickback to her, but I love her and the pigmentation and the redness that she applies. As you can see, I'm already about to hit pan on that. You can see it on the brush, and then I'm going to start to blend that on the eye. Again, I do the same technique. I place most of the deposit here. I feel like that's just a good like dipping spot. I call it my dipping spot. I know that's not the makeup term for it, for where I want most of my pigment, and then I just take that pigment and blend it inwards towards the inner corner of the eye, as there's less and less product on it. But you can see that stayed very bright red. You can really see the difference as I'm starting to blend it out. It didn't turn into like a weird pink shade at all. It stayed really nicely bright red, which I really love. And I have bought a lot of palettes last year. Not as many this year. There hasn't been too many makeup releases, but I cannot find a red to combat that yet. So this is my favorite red. I only wish that I could buy it singly. I almost have a thought of going to buying more James Charles palettes and just depotting the red because I love it so much. I don't really mind the kickback with this shade because I love the pigmentation and the color that it deposits on my eye, even when blending it out. I have not played in shadow in, I want to say, months now at this point. And my eyes have been pretty much bare or just like a very nude look, like a transition shade only. So this is a lot of fun for me, and I want to do more of these videos. Let me know what you guys think down below too, if you like these types of videos, if you want me to do more of them, because again, these videos are made for you guys to enjoy. Even though I love doing them, I want to make sure that you guys enjoy watching them and they are informational and helpful, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Picking back up my JS, this is in the 55 again. I'm going to pick up that hot pink shade. Again, like I said, this is going to be a lot of going back and forth. I love doing this, and when you do this, you'll see a difference in your eye makeup. Everything looks super smooth, super blown out, and super airbrushed. I'm just going right above that fire engine red, I want to say. Going right above the fire engine red shade. Let's go with that. And then I'm just going to go do that on the exact same on the next eye. Tap off the rest of it. We're going to dip back into our light pink shade, and we're going to go right above that hot pink shade. Don't worry about if you start to make a mess on the actual lid, because we are going to do a cut crease for this, and I'll go through that as well. So don't be too detailed on the lid. Don't worry about if a lot of the color starts to fall down there. I'm just applying more red. Now we're going to move on to the cut crease portion. I was having a hard time deciding if I wanted to keep this whole look matte or if I wanted to add in a little bit of sparkle. There's like a really cute pink shade in the Kylie Jenner Valentine's Day palette from 2019. Like, I love this shade, or if I want to keep it super matte. I think because we have so much color going on, I am going to keep it matte and just keep it simple to one palette. I love when I love watching makeup tutorials, but it gets a little bit more trickier when they're using multiple, in my opinion, when they use multiple palettes, because a lot, you know, the chances of someone having one palette that you're using is already like, you know, a 5 in 10 shot. Has someone having all 3 or 2 of your palettes that you're using, that's when it gets to like a 2 in 10 shot. So I want to really keep this to a 1 palette. I mean, I could always use this 2 shades for the shimmer, but I think I want to stick with matte because the eyes are always going to be super bright, and the lips are also going to be super dramatic as well. So then next I have my P. Louise base. Again, this is in the Rumor 01. This is a Morphe brush. You can see where it's like a very small taper brush, like it's super thin. There is no name on it, and it is extremely old. I use it a lot. Shame to say that. I should probably get a new one, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's always my big thing. And it's really well loved. Some of the actual paint or varnish on it is starting to wear off. Where is my mirror? This is my absolute, if you watch my videos from like the very first time, this is my first Jeffree Star product that I actually purchased. I believe it was Princess or Ice Queen. It was like one of those large skin frosts. It ended up breaking, but I ended up keeping the mirror because I love how it looks when I do my makeup, and I love how clear I can see. So it's just something, and it's easy compact, that I take with me. I know that's super strange and weird, but this is my mirror that I take with me everywhere. For most of the video, I've been using the viewfinder to kind of map my eye look, but for this I need to be a little bit more up close, so I'm going to take out this mirror and use it. So for the cut crease, I map out where I want the actual, how do I say that? So for the cut crease, I map out where I want the concealer to go, and then I start to fill it in. And this is something that I'll probably fast forward through, because this is something that you definitely have to take your time with and not something that you want to rush. So that's as far as I'm going to take it. You'll see once we start to finish the look why I take it that far. I'm going to go throw some more P. Louise on the back of my hand. As you can see, I put like that little amount. And then I'm going to go do the other side, and then we'll jump into the rest of the look. Okay guys, so I have cut crease on both of my eyelids. Now I'm taking the exact same brush. It just wiped off the excess and made sure it was dry. And I'm going to start to apply this really large white matte shade right over where I put the concealer. Now again, this is something you want to take your time with, not something that you want to rush. I do go back and forth multiple times just to make sure I get that pigment and payoff. And I stamp it on the eyes as opposed to swiping. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to pick up my favorite red shade again. This one I'm using the JH56. And again, we're going to stamp into the red here. We have it loaded on our brush, and I'm just going to place it right here in between where the white and the red meet, just to further give it that ombre look and a little bit more put together and blown out. And as I have less product on the brush, I start to blend it in more to the white. I just like how it looks more ombre-ish. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other eye. I wanted to show you guys just like a brief intro of what my couch actually looks like when I'm creating like a makeup look. As you can see, it's kind of messy and all over the place. The going saying is, my couch looks like this so my eyes can look like this. And then over here next to me, I have my cats. They are snuggling together. And I'm going to go and grab some more white. I'm picking up a much larger brush. This is the, oh no, the name is right off of it. Nope, JS11. Again, like I told you guys from the very beginning, this is more of a go back and forth type of look. Adding and taking away and blending. I just want this to look as white as possible because we don't have a shimmer, and this is dry. I don't have any setting spray. The brush is not wet because it is a matte shade. I'm not trying to pick up any glitter or metallic with it or make it shiny. I just want to make it white and matte as possible. You can see, just going back in again, what difference that made, and you can already see the ombre look on the eye as well. And again, I'm more so stamping it on. So for this look, you can add like a brown or a black to it. I just want to keep it very Valentine's and very red. So I'm going to start to build on my lower lash line. I feel like when you use a lot of colors, it's kind of necessary to build your under lash line. I usually don't. If I have more of like a nude, I'll put like a transition shade down there, but it's not like fully blended out or a lot of product down there. For this one, we'll start off, this is the, oh my gosh, I think the name wore off. JS10. These brushes I have loved for such a long time. I'm going to start in with that light pink shade that we used from the very beginning. I'm going to take it very tight to my lower lash line. So start to build some color down there. You can see as I get close, you'll see that fallout. That's come from that red and pink shade. So that's why I always like to set when I do this look. Alright, so then we're going to take the same brush and go into the hot pink shade. We're going to be very tight with that as well. Alright, and now I have a fluffy brush. This is the JH31, the white one. This is Jaclyn Hill's brush, which she used with Morphe. And this one I'm going to kind of blow out more. And the more fallout actually happens down here, the lower lash line. So I'm going to be very careful not to get too much product everywhere, but we do have our safety net of the powder that we placed earlier. Alright, I'm going to go throw on some eyeliner, mascara, and some lashes. For the eyeliner, I want to show you guys quickly. Here's my makeup bag that I keep everything in. Not everything actually. This is where like my base products are. This is where like my eyeliner, my mascara, brow products are. Mascara, I'm going to use, what is this, Jessique? And I don't think it has an actual name. Oh, Good Vibes Mascara, excuse me. eyelash glue. This is the dual 2-in-1 brush strip tip adhesive, and this is On Fleek by AIA Beauty. Okay guys, so I am back. I have my wing liner on, my mascara, and my false lashes. The last thing that I'm going to do, because I didn't do before because we had so much powder on, is I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics an extra loose highlight. I think there's an actual different name for these. I remember, but I just can't remember now. It's not on the packaging, which makes it a little weird. But I have a lot of here. You do not need that much. I am going to use the JS4 and just softly tap my brush. Even that's way too much. So we're just going to pop some more product back in there. And we're just going to go right on our cheekbones. There we go. I love how it brings that light and it makes everything look super dewy. And again, start here. Oof. Alright, and then I am going to wet my brush. This is another Morphe. It's the black handle, but there is no name, but it's just like a very fine tapered brush. And I have to do this. I know I wanted to keep it super matte, but I can't go without an inner highlight. Like, I need an inner highlight in my eyes. So I'm just going to place this right here. You can already see that it made a huge difference in that look. Picking up no additional product and doing the other side. Alright, let's move on to the lips. So the two shades that I'm going to use for the ombre look is the Red Rum, and I want to use Watermelon Soda. Put these out of here. I believe I actually got this in my, was it the Halloween or was it the Christmas? It was the Christmas mystery box, I think is where these came in. Or the Halloween mystery boxes, I can't tell, but it was in one of those mystery boxes. Hi, Beaker. He's sneaking up on the back of the couch to get to his home. Alright, so the Red Rum shade we're going to use. That is a very intense red. What I did is I outlined my lips and then brought it a little bit in the corners. And then I'm going to take the color Watermelon Soda. Oh my gosh, that does smell like watermelon too. I've never smelled this shade before. This smells really good. And then I like to take my fingers and just softly blend them together. Ooh, I love this look. A little bit more red down here. I love how this is turning out so far. Okay, and lastly, I'm going to set all of our hard work. This is the Mario Badadusky. I hope I'm saying this right. Facial spray with herbs and rose water. I've used this a lot, and this is actually my third bottle of this. Not trying to make any facial expressions while that dries. Okay, so while that was drying, I went and turned on my curling iron so we can do my hair because she needs a lot of work. If you only came for the makeup tutorial, I completely understand if that's your jam. I am going to move on to doing my hair. If you do want to watch that portion, we'll do that next. Otherwise, if you are exiting the video at this point, I want to say stay beautiful and stay sexy. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm going to put my makeup stuff away and get my hair stuff out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for my hair, I actually purchased this off of Amazon. It is on and hot. I'm going to be super careful to show you but not actually burn myself. It is this really cool 3-tier, kind of like a waffle comb. You can see the smoke coming out of it. But it's really nice because you can place your hair in there and it gives you a really nice wave and you don't have to like curl it. Okay, so I will be using that, and then I will be using the L'Oreal Paris Advanced Hairstyle Sleek It Iron State Hairspray 3-day 450 protection. This will protect your hair against heat. And then the Frizz Ease, the Extra Strength Serum for thick and coarse hair. And then lastly, I will be using the Cheek Keratin K-Trix, the Thermal Active Smoothing Solutions. My brush, I have like a wet brush. I think that's what they're called. They look like this. I got mine off of Amazon. It's pink with the cheetahs. I'll place a link down below of the eyeshadow palette and the lipstick, Jeffree Star, and then the products I got off of Amazon. Actually, all these items I did get off of Amazon. No, I'm not sponsored from Amazon. I just buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. Alright, so I ran a brush through my hair, and then I am going to start spraying my hair before we apply the heat. Again, this is a very quick process. It doesn't take very long, that's why I really like doing it. Hair, a lot of volume. The only thing that I don't like about this is it's not a very long cord. Like, to get the other side of my head, I physically have to turn this way. I usually just let this sit for about 10 seconds. And then you open it up, and you do the exact same thing down the rest of the hair. You can see you have a nice little wave. And I'm just going to do that for the rest of my hair. And fast forward through the most of this until we get to actually applying the product. Because I want it to be a little wavy and messy, it's not too particular. I'm just placing waves in my hair. And then the next, I'm going to use some of that serum. And then mix it with the Chi. And I'm just going to run it through my waves. Really getting the bottom of the ends too. And I am going to go over it one last time. And again, holding each spot for 10 seconds, opening and pressing down for the next portion of the hair. And that's how I complete that side. I'm going to do this side off camera, but I will be back for the final look. Okay guys, so I'm back for the final look. This is how I complete my hair, my makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also ordered the Kylie Cosmetics, the Stormy collection. That shipped, so I'll be doing a look on that as well. So if you guys did make it to the end of this video, you guys got that little bit of information as well. Again, I'm probably going to take bits and pieces from each one of those collections or mystery boxes and add them to the giveaway. So make sure you have your bell and notification alert turned on so you are notified as we do update the giveaway that we're going to do. I want to say spring, summer. I want to do it soon because I really liked giving back to you guys. I finally nailed down the process of everything, so I really like doing that. I hope you guys did too. And thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, stay beautiful, stay sexy.